So that would be a 40-foot truck. Now, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, 3,000 is a 40-foot truck. So you would have 2,600 cubic feet on a 40-foot truck, leaving about 400 cubic feet left. So at this point, it would just be an expedited truck, because we're probably not going to throw a mini move on top of that with just one. I mean, you'll get that as a straight shot, and I'll put it in as an expedited too. So you won't have to worry about any extra stops or anything like that on that, because it's only one. We could literally only fit one mini move on there, and plus we wouldn't be able to do that until after we load it and see how much space is left anyway. So
Right. It gets kind of stupid.
yeah, and they probably wouldn't even do that. They would just do it. They wouldn't even. We wouldn't even waste our time doing that.
Yeah, we send me that update then, and I'll we'll do that. The 40-footer then,
All
25.98.
right,
Yeah, and you're
that's
saying
gonna bring your price to 13,773 instead of 13,973.
all right. And I don't have to worry about anybody being in there with me or anything. Just
No,
all right.
no, it's gonna be a straight shot.
And you're gonna do
So either way, like if you look at it like this, you're getting an expedited truck, right? Even though you might have lost a little bit of a discount, you're getting the expedited truck still. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
so that's another catch to it. Like, you're getting your own truck. So normally your own truck, like I'm honestly, this is like a $19,000 move for your own truck.
Right.
But so you're really you know what I mean, you're turning out pretty good. You might not have to leave anything, but I don't think you're gonna have to leave anything behind. Honestly,
How long? About what? How long does it take? I mean, you told me before, but based on this whole move thing that we're doing now, what was your guesstimate on a week or something for them to get there?
yes, about a week.
Make sure you get them the pictures that I sent.
Okay, yeah, I got all that on file. All right, Doug. Have a great night. Give me a call if you need me. All right, I appreciate you.
Took a little work, but I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thank you.
Bye bye.
I'm just calling with Bronze Star Moving and Storage, and I just sent over a bill of lading, and I was just hoping you could sign that today if you get a chance.
Can you tell me what their are they bringing a 30-footer? You don't see that either yet.
Based on your cubic foot, they normally bring a 26-foot truck, but I would imagine they would bring a much larger one for your amount of space.
You know, they're like my concern, of course, with like the two big toolboxes. I took the top off the one because that was what they had said. Well, actually, if I could have gotten it out of the garage, they probably could have gotten it on the truck without taking the top off. But it's a heavy toolbox, so uh, that's going to be a challenge. Though we discussed the challenge. He said they actually can they hang it off one side sometimes, and then use a jack lifting thing and slide it in with this pulling thing that's in the inside of the truck. So I just if you could ensure that they come prepared for a bit that big, it's like a I don't know, it's a 15 or 12-foot Icon toolbox, and then I got a table saw with a toolbox and stuff, and those are the two big challenges about this move that I want to make sure that this moving company isn't talked about. Where there would be problems. So I've been trying to be upfront about all that, and you guys, I think, have note on it as well. But you could just make sure that that gets conveyed so they have enough people. And I don't mind helping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do see it noted on here, and I'm also going to reach out to them and let them know, that you'll be paying with cash more than likely, and you do want a receipt, and I can go ahead and ensure that they are aware that you have two very big pieces, just to make sure that they have the equipment and the manpower in order to get those onto the truck safely.
For my knowledge,
I want it all undocumented, so go ahead. But
yeah. So
I'm sorry.
I understand, not a problem, and I have nothing to hide.
Sure.
For my knowledge, all the moving companies that I used to work for, and this particular one, Sunstate, our semis, they're not equipped with lift gate. We have a ramp, So
Does that have a lift gate?
this one?
Yeah.
Yes, but we will be delivering with 18-wheeler.
Yeah, so that's a problem because they know about the lift gate thing. Yeah.
So any other moving company you call, I mean, I'm sure you will find a company with a lift gate that have a semi truck with a lift gate, or unless 2 trucks. But
So what are you referring to with that?
so I mean, I'm saying they probably need to rent a truck in Texas, and that has a lift gate, and we need that.
They weren't planning on doing that. This was supposed
because
This
I,
was
know,
a-
I saw on the list, but it's like did you send the pictures to the office?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get the pictures, so
This should be a dedicated. They were supposed to bring a 40-footer with a lift gate, and then just drive there with it.
Yeah.
And that was so. I don't know beyond that.
So I don't know what
looks like,
you guys discuss on your end with the sales team, but
Somebody blew it.
yeah, but like I said, like I would say 90%. Don't quote them, but 90% of moving companies in the United States, their semi trucks are not equipped with lift gate on the semi. It's just and the best bet would be to rent a truck. This is extra expenses, because there's no way. This is not the standard. I mean, I've seen these kind of tools, but 90% of the customers, they have, that kind of, maybe one, most two,
Yeah. And I sent them all. I've been talking about it for 2 months to make sure, and they said no problem. So
I mean, they mentioned to me. I said that not a problem. I've done this many times.
The table saw is the biggest thing.
It's another big problem because we won't be able to. Sorry to cut you off. It won't be able to fit in this lift gate.
Yeah.
And we need to,
I think it won't fit in the lift gate. Why is that?
I mean, I don't know. My boy.
I mean, how big is that lift gate? It's 8 by 3 feet. It looks like 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that'll fit. Yeah, that's.
So?
Well, where's the lift gate? Is that
Right there on the
that thing right there?
Yeah.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll unfold. Yeah, but I mean, look at this thing.
Yeah. So it's gonna stick out about yay far.
This is a
So he said they have.
safety thing. I mean, I'm not.
They have. Oh, I get.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me they have a floor jack and they put it off halfway
Even
and
with
they
the floor
jack
jack.
it. They jack it up on that side and then pull it in. Do you have a come along in the end of it?
The what?
A come along in the end of.
No.
Oh, they said that there's a reel in the end of that thing too.
No, this is what we and this is actually this truck is we used to use for the freight pallet deliveries. And stuff. But
Yeah, they don't.
It's we're not gonna be with that thing needs to be
Yeah. That won't fit on that. Looks like it will.
I don't know.
It'll go up.
It's not 8 feet, I think, because it's.
Yeah, you just roll it in, and the last 2 feet will stick off the end.
Yeah, but I mean.
You want me to do it?
I mean, I can't. Again, liability things.
Measure it.
And then if we do this, the best way to unload all the tools, they're extremely.
Yeah, they told me I didn't have to do that either.
I mean, again,
I moved this. Yeah.
Usually, the standard household they have like this too.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And so that's gonna be extra cubic feet.
What is?
It's gonna be extra cubic feet because of we have to empty all the tools.
What's the extra cubic feet?
Yeah, I mean because we have to empty
Yeah, they're not gonna empty the tools. They told me I didn't have to. I mean, this just rolls. I mean, that just. Whoa. That rolls. I mean, my 14-year-old can roll this stuff. You got the handle right there. That rolls with my knee.
I know, but look, this slow truck,
Yeah, I will get it. So let's just see. Okay, as you can see, all the weights over here, but let's just measure right here. It's accounted for in the cubic size, so I just want to see. I just figured that little piece just for fun of it, even though I counted. I actually measured this dimension, so you got that much free space. But for the sake of argument, we let that in hang off the end. 53 by 82. size here is. Yeah, 85, so it'll fit lengthwise. It'll fit lengthwise and 53. So this is right now at, before the drop is at 67. 67 by 58. And this is 53 by, it's less. That whole thing will fit on there.
We need people to hold it.
We can't hold it. The boom is very dangerous.
I got one guy.
I know. I mean, look, we have to deal with this from here.
Let me move this for you. And it rolls, so yeah, it's heavy. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. I don't want it to.
I'm sorry, I'll bring it back up. Could you grab me the brake right there?
The what?
That little plastic piece of thing, I don't know, you can help me.
This
with
one?
that. Yeah, yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna use that. You can use a, you can move pyramids with a tiny rock. So even this fits on your lift gate.
Look, we'll have to deal with this all from here all the way to Texas. So this is.
Well, you have that truck. It's supposed to be, hold on. That truck's supposed to be 40 feet. It's supposed to be able to take 2598, which is 85% of this, even with, I only have 1900, including everything you see in here is 1900. So you have an extra 600, 1900s is 6 times 3 is 33% extra capacity I ordered. So,
well,
and
that doesn't even, and that doesn't, that's right, it is. So no, because you keep, I know it's being recorded and you were kind of trying to.
I'm just talking.
No, I know, but that's the whole idea.
It is my calculation.
And the whole idea right now is, to make a show out of it, But
no, it is to just, I mean, if you don't want to do the move, you guys can leave. Okay?
All right.
I mean, that's fine. That truck is not big enough, so I either got to get it.
Even if we brought a 40 feet truck, we would still need something with the lift gate. We wouldn't be able to do all this.
They told me that they had a lift.
In reality, sorry to cut you. This is the job of living by weight, not by space, because and the overweight, all that, that's a problem.
I'm not the moving company.
I understand, but I mean, like I said,
they said they charge by cubic feet, not
weight. I know, it's by cubic feet, but
that
but
will fit on that. Will fit in a 40-footer, and all of this will fit in a 40-footer.
Yeah.
With the exception of some like these bar stools, I accounted for these bar stools to probably be in my truck because they're hard to stack around bar stools. I figured we have it in the end. They said you have nets to kind of separate, and then you put the stand-up things at the end or whatever.
Yeah, but even if we do it, we will still have to get another truck on a delivery in Texas to
I don't know about that.
Because the Rams, they're not gonna be able to.
I don't know. Yeah. They should. That truck's supposed to go all the way. All right. So,
let me hold off this real quick.
Okay. That's fine. So he said that it's too heavy to stack, right? So this is a heavy box that I don't have a heavy sticker on. This is like really heavy, but I got it. That one you put on the bottom. This one, you put it in the middle. And then you gotta get it up there. I got one bad hand. This one, put it up there on the top. You can load this truck if you know what you're doing. Not excuses. They're too heavy. We can't go to the top. I just did. This one here is not that light, but you can still get it up. I gotta get it up. I can get it up. Somebody that actually has the ability to lift can do it. And I got, I'm half paralyzed almost. So, okay, bye.
All right, go.
This box is heavy. Yes, it is heavy. And I'm half disabled. But that one goes on the bottom. This one probably goes in the middle, right there. their excuse was they can't stack it all the way to the top. Look at this one. Yeah, it's fragile, but it'll stack to the top, and it just means don't beat it up. So yeah, we can go pretty high without excuses. Yeah.
All right. So he said, hey, if he's okay only to do it inside the house. I said no. He wants to do the entire thing. He said okay. They're right now looking for different company, and they will make sure to get you guys lift gates and everything.
Yeah.
So,
sorry it didn't work out.
Sorry. Yeah. So. All right.
I mean, I get what you're saying on some.
You did your thing, and
they should know. Yeah.
I mean, I would say the best option in your situation to have somebody come and do in-home visual estimate to kind of assess what needs to be done.
Well,
over the phone.
These boxes and furniture is all standard. That stuff.
That's why I said
pictures.
if you guys will be okay, we'll do inside. This is the usual what we do.
Yeah.
Dressers, fridges.
They sent you guys, and you guys don't typically deal with those things.
Well, we do deal with these. We do, but not in this extent. Not, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Good luck. If anything, call me, text me. If any advice, suggestions,
Thank you.
All right. God bless.
Bye.
Have a good day.
So this box of picture frames that they want to stuff up on top, puts on wheels and it rolls. Look how easy that is. And you can stack stuff on top of it too. Look at that. They didn't like this thing. They didn't like this thing. Oh, we usually just stuff pictures on top. Really? This is a nice box full of pictures. It's kind of heavy. That's why you need a lift gate. But it's on my spreadsheet and on the manifest and part of the 1900 and whatever. And it's almost dollar for dollar, space for space, totally usable space. You can go up, and it's the exact dimensions, no waste. Morgan?
Yep, my name is Morgan.
Morgan, this mover came and they brought they're missing 40% of the capacity or 30%, something like that. They don't even have enough capacity. Amber worked it a little bit, but now they're trying to charge me more, and they haven't even loaded a box yet. So some of the things I'm going to be taking separately, but we have 1,900 cubic feet with Brett. The AI calculation came out with my itemized list of everything I have to match what he said it was the closest he's seen in a long time, my estimate. So we bumped it up to 2598 from 2198. And they brought a 26-foot truck that only holds 1,900 cubic feet. And I've got a list all set up that I've taken pictures of and showed them. And they don't like the box. They say they don't like to do it that way. They want to take all my pictures out of the box and just stuff them on top of boxes to stack. And I could load the truck better than they're talking about. And they want to raise the price, which I'm not willing to do. So, I'm not. They don't even have the capacity to load what I paid for right now, and so I don't know. How do we handle this? Do we just refund the money and move on our way then? Because I'm not confident on them moving my stuff anymore, and
Okay.
I don't trust them.
Me,
Unless you can get somebody else to come with a actual truck and do the move. I'm not. We paid a lot of money, and I'm not. I don't.
No, I totally understand.
I'm getting.
So let me talk to dispatch and see if I can't get a different driver out there for you then, okay?
Yeah, these people, and they brought, what are there, 2 old men out here? My wife said, who brings old men to move? The guy tried to lift a box out. This is heavy. And here's the thing. I'm half disabled. My left hand is about, a value of an 8-year-old, and I've lifted every box that we have here. So I don't know what they're talking about. There's some heavy boxes, but.
Let me get on with dispatch and see what we can work out as far as getting a different driver out there, and then I will give you a call. Just give me about 10 minutes, okay?
Yeah, so what the driver is trying to do is talk whoever it is into saying that this stuff isn't going to fit. I have things like stools and things
and they're in a separate stack that I said we're going to load like the big toolboxes. I already told them all about. Those need to go. There's a bunch of boxes, and they're too heavy to stack high. That's not true. You put the heavy ones on the bottom, and you stack the lighter ones on the top. You can do that. I'll do it if they can't figure it out. There's crates, plenty of crates with kids' memorabilia. They weigh like 8 pounds. You can stack those to the hilt, so they could go pretty high in this thing. I think they could get, so on the truck they have, I'm just going to say 25%, 30% maybe for loss, but they don't even have enough room in that truck to take the stools and things. I said, I have enough capacity that if they had room, they could even load a lot of the stools and things that I are included in my list at 1900 that I'm willing to set aside and do myself so we can get the maximum capacity. The guy hasn't even tried to load it. He just wants to charge me more money. I think that's bullshit. We're already, 1900 to 2600 basically is a fair amount
Right.
for overage, and that includes there's stuff that I'm willing to take out of the 1900 that is on the list. So that truck won't even have 1900 total on my size. You know what I mean? Like I have 1900, and that includes. So I put there's these on the list is these gas, outdoor gas propane things that are tall, and I did the whole cubic foot, and I measured by cubic feet, and so let's just say they're 7 cubic feet. I took that as the
Right.
actual value because you can't really put anything around it. But then I set them aside because I'll take them. So it's in the 1900, but I'm not even thinking that they're going to be able to take it. So my overage is on a number even lower than 1900 at 2600, and they bring a truck, a 26 footer that has 1900 total capacity if they put, spray foam in there and had the whole thing full of spray foam. So they don't have enough to even take the load. The first time they'd have to come with another load, and it's just they're giving me a bunch of bullshit. Like, just it's like, oh, we can't do this. It's classic what all the websites and reviews warned me about, and it's actually happening now. I'm gonna put some faith in your ability here. So um
Yeah.
I'm not being unreasonable. They can pack this thing to the hilt. I know they can. They cannot complain about the weight. They can get all the boxes in, get the toolboxes in on a proper size truck at 2600, and I'll probably have 400 cubic feet, 200 cubic feet maybe that I have to take. But that's what it is. I mean, Brett did the calculation with me, and we decided, hey, let's go up. And instead, he thought, oh, you might need 2,400. Let's do 26. And I did 26. I paid the extra. Now we're out like $8,000. We don't even have room on our credit card for other stuff. And now this guy's trying to raise the price again. That's their MO. So anyway, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So hi, sir. My name is Chris. I handle the dispatch and the coordination to
Oh,
the
hi,
drivers.
Chris.
So how are you?
Not doing good.
What I'm gonna do,
Yeah. And
I kind of got
I'm going to respect
in
you
a little
guys
bit.
here on this. I'm going to respect you guys on this, but I do not trust these guys now. They're going to take it. They're going to load it in another truck, which I was actually told, oh, you got a dedicated truck. You're going to get a 40 footer and you're at almost the full capacity of it. So they're just going to drive it, expedited right there. Now this guy's going to take it to LA. They don't have enough capacity. Did you hear that whole thing I just said? Or not
Yes,
really?
sir. I was kind of exploring some options. So what
Okay.
I'll do, we're headed back into the office now. I have 3 other California drivers I work with regularly throughout the year.
Yeah.
So let me call one of them, see which one's closest. I'll explain the situation, and then how flexible are you to the dates?
Okay. Here's the problem. I have to be out of this house. And so I have 2 U-Hauls that I can rent. I'd have to cancel the move though, and I know that that's not typical. But it's becoming. Uh, I would have to. It'd have to happen today or tomorrow, and I don't want to lose the U-Hauls either now because I can rent two for less than this move. But I didn't want to have to do that. But I mean, if worst. I mean, if you had to cancel it, I do have options. So you know, I don't want to.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to go down
give me
the
4
rabbit
minutes.
hole
I'll
here
call
with
my
this.
driver. And
What's that?
I understand somebody out there today for you.
I didn't hear
Are you
catch
still
you.
with me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it broke up. Let me see. Let me call a couple people, see if I can't have another driver out there today or tomorrow for you.
All right. And it should be a 40 footer. It should have like 2,600, and that should be easy. They just put everything they can on, and that, done deal. So.
And you're ready for delivery. Essentially, you're ready for a straight shot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. If they only go 400 miles a day, I'll beat them by like 3 days. So.
Perfect. Yeah, give me a few minutes. Let me make a couple phone calls, and either myself or Morgan will call you back here with an update.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye. See what that's gonna be like.
Hi, this is Chris.
Hi, Chris. What's the what? I was just trying to get a follow up. I think you were gonna call me back, but I don't know if I missed it.
This is Doug, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, sir, not yet. I did talk to the carrier. I'm just waiting. They're aware that it needs a lift gate. They're aware of everything. I asked her if she could give you a call, so you make it a call from their office just to go over the details.
Yeah. They're gonna call you, or
No. I'm talking to their office now, giving them the details. She's going to call you here shortly just to get everything coordinated for tomorrow.
somebody called me from. I got a missed call. Maybe she did. Retro Automotive or something. 745.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Just all right. I sent you some videos of the things they were complaining about. Did
Okay.
you?
Yeah, I sent over the spreadsheet to the new driver. They love it. They're aware of everything. Just give them a little bit, time to get you into the schedule tomorrow morning, and they'll call you.
All right. I have a
All right.
I have a problem though. I need your help, maybe, because you're a dispatch and planning too. So all right. I have we have a U-Haul. I have a trailer that I was going to rent, a 6x12. It holds like 400 cubic feet. All right. And that was going to be on top of the 2,600 we already had. And I only have 1,900 on the list, right? So you're talking, an extra like 50% at capacity right now that I'm going to have. That was the plan. So when they come here with the proper truck and everything, there's stuff that's not going to fit. I can put it in this thing. And I'm not going to get all 400. I know that, but I can get pretty good. I know how to stuff things pretty good too. And there are a lot of light, weird items that take up space as part of the 400 that like the bar stools and things. But so I'm thinking, okay, do I go pick that up like original plan and trust this mover tomorrow to know, hey, we got this. That we're not going to run you around. We're just going to take the stuff out to San Antonio. We got a lift gate. It's going out there. We're not going to try to transfer it and then get stuck in LA because we can't put your toolbox on a semi that we were able to do in Bakersfield, or make up an excuse tomorrow why it's not going to work. Do I trust that's not going to happen and this is all going to go forward? I also have 2 U-Hauls that I panicked today and got reserved for tomorrow morning. And I don't want to lose them either, though. And then have these people say tomorrow it's the same drama. And then you and I are talking about, well, shit, Doug, okay, we'll refund your credit card back and you can use your U-Hauls. Well, they're gone now. So, but I want your honest assessment on your thoughts on this whole thing, given my scenario. You understand me not wanting to like lose the U-Hauls. If I can't get these, I was going to have somebody else drive me then. And we got about 3 days to load this whole thing up and get out of here, including today.
Based on the list and everything, I feel confident that when the movers get there, I'm sending a carrier that, like I said, I work with in Washington. I don't have any issues ever. Their office will call you and speak with you directly, and I do speak with the owner of the company daily. So if there's any questions, concerns, I'm available tomorrow when they get there. But they're aware of everything, the lift gate, the bulky items. I don't think we're going to have any issues.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did you talk to this guy that I talked to today?
I did. He told me he was just worried about the tools and everything, being the weight. That's all he could really tell me. So, like you said, the toolbox is movable. It's not like it weighs 2,000 pounds. So it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, there's a table saw that has 2 toolboxes attached. That's like the heaviest piece, and it is on wheels. So we had to just roll it up our driveway back in because I rolled it down the driveway, which is really easy, and then put it in the to get it on the lift, easy enough. My wife and me, with half a hand, rolled it back up. It was kind of hard to roll uphill, but it's not going to be. I mean, they can pull the lift gate in. They could just pull into the driveway even. I mean, with that size truck, but so it's a heavy toolbox, no doubt, but it's no heavier with the tools. I've got like some plastics. It's all plastic tools nowadays. There's not like socket sets and anvils in there. It's all like sandpaper and lightweight stuff. Couple hole saw kits and stuff. So anyway, that's the heaviest, most difficult piece. That's the one people don't like. I'm so confident that I could get that in a U-Haul trailer if I got about 7 guys without a ramp. You know what I mean? We could lift it up and put it in there. I believe that. So it's not that bad with the lift gate and stuff. So that's like the hardest piece. I took down the Icon toolbox, which was 12 inches. I took the 2 top pieces off, and they're heavy. The damn thing's a heavy toolbox, but uh, they the 2 sides are apart. I mean, it's like 8 feet by tall, but it's the same size as is on the dimensions. So anyway, I just want to make sure, and if you could just send the picture of the toolbox, you can even send the videos. I mean, so that they see what they're dealing with. I mean, just
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
I'll forward the emails over to her, and like I said, their office will call you here shortly just to get it all mapped out, and that way everybody's on the same page.
So
But I speak directly with daily, so
you don't think I'm going to need a 2 U-Haul trucks then and just cancel this thing somehow? I mean, I know
don't think you're going to need the trucks, sir. I mean, they're great.
Yeah,
Honestly, Sunstate, like I said, I use for South California. I'm not sure what the discrepancy was. It's listed on your inventory that you have a lot of toolboxes. So
yeah, I don't think there's anything. I mean, I have stuff that I was at 2100 before, and I went down to 1900, and then if you see the video I sent you, the picture frame box. I mean, I don't. That's a great idea. One of your guys suggested it that I talked to. So yeah, put them all in a big box and put it on wheels.
yeah, that would definitely make it easy. I haven't checked the email you sent me yet, but
yeah,
I'm confident WeHaul will be there. She confirmed it'll be in the morning tomorrow. I'm just waiting on a time frame to give you, and then I'll have their office give you a call just to get everything perfectly coordinated for you.
Will you be? Are they going to take it all in one or try to transfer? That was our other big concern.
That is what she's checking on for me now. So I told her to give you a call once she gets that figured out. So she's in the office coordinating everything. She's just checking their routes, and then she'll give me a call or you a call. But we will know that details here shortly.
And I'm trying to be fair to them, like forewarn them, if you will. Like, this won't work. It just won't work out trying to transfer it to truck. I don't believe. I mean, maybe if I don't know. That one toolbox for sure not. And the guy said, well, you're going to have to tear it down. And it's actually all bolted together. Like, you can't even break it apart because the wood it's a tool deck, but it fits on the lift gate and it fits in the truck. So, and it's on wheels. So it shouldn't be. I mean, it's just a big piece like everything else. But the guy was just so intimidated. And then do they have capable people that will be joining them on this move or?
Yes, sir. There should be at least 4 guys tomorrow.
Okay. You understand my concern, right? It sounds like you're trying to help.
And I'm looking at the list, and it's bigger items. I'm not really sure why they only came with 3 guys, or the truck wasn't even compatible for today's size load. So
no, it's almost like they didn't get the memo. Yeah.
I was even checking our end to see if we failed to update them. It doesn't look like we sent them everything, so I'm not sure where they got things mixed up. But just give me a little bit of time. I'm working on this today for you.
I keep track of kind of everything, Chris. So like I put in a category, resizing truck, toolboxes. I kind of have everything like where I update you guys. I think I did a thorough job. Brett had appreciated it on keeping you guys informed. He says with people like you, we don't have problems, because I'm being informative. You know, I get it that my stools are going to take up space. That's why we're doing this other thing. So I think my plan here is I'm going to actually, based on our conversation, we're going to Taft to pick up the trailer and we're going to load it up with the stuff ahead of time so that the driver isn't intimidated with all the space wasting stuff that I was going to put on it. You know what I mean? And then then we'll have extra space. So anyway.
Yeah, that's true. You'll already have something, out of sight, out of mind, essentially.
That's what I think. Yeah, exactly. All right.
But yeah, I am still working on this. I'm doing all my, everything I can on my end. And then once I get all the details straightened out, we'll call you, give you a time frame, and get everything buttoned up for you.
All right, Chris. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Hey, my name is Doug, and I'm working with Bronze Star Moving, and we're in California. And they said somebody was going to call me. We had these other movers that came were terrible. I used to be a load planner for United Airlines, and they just it's crazy. I'm kind of along the lines of what you guys all do, but for airplanes and cargo and passengers. You guys are, I guess, they're working to coordinate with you on something, and they were going to call me, and I guess I'm kind of we're in a pinch now. They were supposed to move us today, and now I guess you guys are coming tomorrow supposedly, but we got to be out of the house. They charge us $1,000 a day if we're not out of the house by tomorrow. So I kind of wanted to reach out to you because we're in a panic, just trying to make sure, see where you're at with our thing. We're working with Chris from Bronze Star Moving. They're a broker, I guess.
So wait, sorry, sir. You work with Bronze Star, or are you a customer?
I'm a customer. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm okay, because I'm like, you said I'm with Bronze Star, so I'm like, wait, okay, understood. So give me one moment, please. Let's see here.
It's a strange thing at you, but I don't know how many people work in dispatch, but it's
a few of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
And you were scheduled to be. You had a 2-day pickup window.
No, I mean, so I was scheduled nothing, and this mover bailed out, pretty much, and we.
So you were supposed to have a mover, and then they bailed out.
And then
Bronze Star reassigned you.
Yeah, well, they picked you up. They said you guys are great, and whatever.
Yeah.
And they said you usually do this and that, but you have a crew that is able to come down tomorrow morning early, and so on and so forth. They were trying to coordinate because they got a big toolbox, and rather than try to transfer it to another truck, I guess they said that you were just working on the logistics of trying to just get the load in one truck to San Antonio, Texas. So that's kind of where we're at, and I hadn't heard back yet. So I'm trying to preempt.
So they gave you our number. Okay, I see. I think I know what this is. Okay, I think I know. Yes. Okay, so the driver is making his way to you, and it will be for tomorrow. Okay. Because now it makes sense what she was talking to me about. Okay. Perfect. So they will be there tomorrow. I'm waiting for him to get just a little more time under his belt, and I'll have a better ETA in the morning for you.
And you know what?
It's going to be more likely in the morning. He's heading there as we speak.
You guys, I know your drivers can only drive so long. I will tell you this. You can get here as early as you want, too. So, 4 a.m. We're good with that,
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'll note that in. And I will have my and let them know as soon as they can get there. You're good for that, correct?
Yeah, anytime I just if the guy knows at midnight, it'd be good to know. So just beat on the door. Basically, that's all he has to do. I'll be sleeping there, so for sure. I might fall asleep because I don't know when you're coming, but we're ready.
We'll call you.
Yeah, we got to be out. we got to be out. Are you able to get this load without transferring it? The problem is they put it on. They have a lift gate, and then they can't get this toolbox, which they're supposed to be part of it. And I guess they shared the spreadsheet. And what I was told by Bronze Star is, you guys loved my spreadsheet because I'm a load planner, right? So I'm down to
Okay.
AI calculation level on my load planning. Like I meet so we have budgeted an extra 600. Actually, it's almost 700 cubic feet out of 1900. We have an extra 700 in there, so we should be good.
Okay.
We should be good.
Okay.
But there's a couple toolboxes that intimidate some of these weaker movers, I guess. That should be.
How many toolboxes we're talking, sir, and what's the weight?
Yeah, I don't know the weight on them, but there was an Icon one, but they're split up.
Are they above 100 pounds?
Oh yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have how many of them?
I got well, they're rolling toolboxes. I guess I should be specific.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's 2 rolling ones, and then there's 2 other. It might have hung up, but there's 2 other. There's an Icon one that's like 12 feet long by 8 feet high, but I broke it down into 4 pieces or 5 pieces. So that's good. But there's this one piece that's a table saw with 2 low boys on it. And it fits on a lift gate and everything. But they know about it. They sent it to you guys. I guess you guys were good with it. I gave them pictures for months. So they're dialed in on that. But the problem was the other movers wanted to transfer it to semi. And we were saying, that doesn't. The original plan was just to take the truck directly to Texas, because then they can use the same truck, and it's going to be hard to transfer. So anyway, that was the only thing that I guess you guys were working on, making sure to be able to do. So.
Okay. Right. I mean, I'm just the customer service.
Yeah.
My dispatcher's so busy. Like I don't want. She was like, I would reach out to her. I'm gonna put a note in for her. She will be in communication as well. The driver would know. I mean, go ahead.
Have them communicate with Bronze Star, and they're welcome to call me too. So, but maybe talk to Bronze Star first, so we're all on the same page. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're fine. No problem. And I hope it all works out. And
I gave them all the information, all good, like pictures and the load and everything. So they should be dialed in on that to share with you guys, and it sounds like they did, hopefully. So there's no surprises, and we just load the stuff and see you in about 5 or 6 days. But we'll see.
Yes. Okay.
You got my number?
Yes, I do here.
Okay.
You're calling me from, just you want me to confirm, 661-809-2040?
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes, no problem, sir. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
You have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. Is this Amber or? Hey, I was just following up on that whole thing for our move stuff. I hadn't heard back.
Yes, sir. I do have the.
Oh, hi, Chris. Is this Chris?
They are still working on the schedule. They're just out of. Yes, sir.
Okay.
They're still working schedule. They just they don't want to give me a false time frame.
Yeah, I got
for
you.
Tomorrow, indefinitely.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on the time. I'll call them again now.
And how do we look on that scenario with the whole truck switching drama?
I don't believe they're offloading you. She still hasn't really answered me since she said she could pick it up tomorrow. So she acknowledged that you need the lift gate. She acknowledged everything's bulky. I'm just waiting on the straight delivery and timing.
All right. Yeah, my wife is like too many emails, but I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, I'm still working on it. I'll probably call you later in like an hour or two. But I'll definitely get it all figured out before the night's over.
So when are you guys open? Like, I don't want to be calling at 1 a.m., but like, when is dispatch around typically?
Well, I mean, I work around the clock for the last few years, so I'm in the truck now.
All right. Well, I know you're working, and I appreciate it. So, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, no, I'm messaging her again now. We'll get it. We'll put a little pressure on their end just so they can get the schedule for me.
Okay.
And then we'll give you a call.
Thank you, Chris. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. This all fit in a 400 cubic foot U-Haul trailer. It was supposed to be probably 600 cubic feet, but I think it's more. that was actually in there. It looks like a lot more than 600. I mean, we crammed that thing. So these guys came with a 1,900 cubic foot truck. It was supposed to be 2,600, and they wanted to charge us more for more stuff. And I fit all of this in just 400 cubic feet. So who's the better mover? I want to ask you. The people that we paid that couldn't do the job, that gave us a bunch of excuses and lied and promised a bunch of things that they never delivered on, or me and my son. That all fit in there. Those propane tanks were under stools. All of this fit in there. That wheelbarrow, these tall things, these lids, not that table, all of these shovels fit in there. All of this stuff here just came out of there tonight. The rocking chairs. Let's go. This was all in a 6x12. It's actually unbelievable. This stool and all of this, but those 3 lounge chairs right here. There's 3 lounge chairs that were already purchased, but all of these stools, the mini refrigerator, the lamp, the giant picture frame thing, that all fit. And let's go. Both of these boxes all fit with the vacuum. We're going to go upstairs now, and I'm going to pause. That Cowboys Tic Tac 5 or whatever it is. The ottoman, the lamp, and that dresser thing. The TV was in my truck. This chair was in there, as well as all of these metal pieces right here from the desk that we disassembled, that I told them that they weren't actually going to disassemble. They said, oh, we don't need to disassemble that. You'll be fine. But I went ahead and disassembled it anyway, making it even more compact. The TV was in the truck, but this chair was not in the truck, nor that table, nor this box. And then all of this was also in a 6x12, everything. The table, the chairs, the bicycles, the other chair, the chair, the bicycles, and the table, and that dog crate. This long, like 11-foot board right here was in there. I know it's not that big of a deal, but these 2 things and these mops were in there. I mean, there's 3 things right there that were in there. And now to the garage. All of this was in the garage, or in the 6x12 too. The dog thing, all that grinder, you've seen the pictures, these long wire things, and the dustpan, this toolbox, all these ladders. The only thing that wasn't in there was the table that was here, but all the tools under and on it were in there. All of these bar stools too. That package, or that blower, the generator, the mower, the charger, the trash can full of stuff. You had the saw. You had these ramps, as you remember in the pictures, and the oil cooler. All of these sleeping things, and the tool chest, and that crate with the electrical wire, the Cowboys thing, and the golf clubs. You probably remember seeing the dolly or the floor jack on there, that dolly. I mean, all of this in there. It was amazing. I mean, we literally got all of that in this trailer that I had towed, and that's 400 cubic feet. Thank you very much. So just a bunch of excuses from a bunch of lazy movers that want to collect money, and then have a bunch of old guys that are complaining about everything being heavy. I am half disabled. This hand is about an 8-year-old's hand. I can't hardly lift anything. I'm able to lift all the boxes, unload all this, and do the job. So, I mean, they should pay me the money. And I want my money back, because they're illegal movers and they don't know how to do a job. They lie. They promise things that they don't deliver on, and then they resort to an old contract that they've said all kinds of promises to, regardless of, oh, we just have this, it's just an initial thing, and whatever we come up with and agree to, and we appreciate your emails and telling us all about your toolboxes. That way we can accommodate all that. We appreciate it up front. It's guys like you that are totally prepared and informing us about everything in advance and staying in communication. We have the best moves with guys like you, and he turned out to be a real asshole, and he turned like an evil person, like all nice until then. Oh, we have a contract and you want extras. I got messages and voicemails and conversations with him about how he's arranging for a direct move, and they're gonna have a lift gate and all this. They're just all bullshit. Illegal movers, scam artists, and they ought to be in jail.